Beloved, do you know why I have brought you here? Look carefully. What you have seen was never meant to be a place of darkness. I called you to reveal me. I called you to be light in the midst of darkness. I called you to proclaim truth. I called you to strengthen the weak. I called you to guide the lost. I called you to make disciples. I called you to prepare a people for my coming. I called you to be a dwelling place for my presence. I called you to show the world who I am. Where there was confusion, you were called to bring truth. Where there was darkness, you were called to bring light. Where there was despair, you were called to bring hope. Where there was bondage, you were called to point men to freedom. This was your calling. This was your purpose. This is why you were chosen. And yet, there is more you must see. Beloved, do you remember? Look carefully. What do you see? Do not look at her face. Do not look at her garment. Look deeper. Do you remember when my presence was your greatest treasure? Do you remember when hearing my voice mattered more than the applause of men? Do you remember when truth was more precious to you than influence? Do you remember when your desire was not to be seen, but that I might be seen through you? There was a time when you sought me in secret. There was a time when my word delighted your heart. There was a time when obedience was your joy. There was a time when you loved me more than the things I could give you. You were not perfect, but your heart was toward me. Do you see her? That is not another bride. That is you. That was your devotion. That was your hunger. That was your first love. And because you loved me, you reflected me. Because you listened for my voice, you could recognize it. Because you remained near me, you could reveal me. Beloved, there is something else you must see. Beloved, do you see now? Do you remember who you were? Do you remember what you were called to be? Then tell me, what happened? You did not lose your way in a moment. You drifted, not in a day, not in a year, one step at a time, one compromise at a time, one distraction at a time, slowly. The things that once mattered most became less important. My presence became familiar. My voice became distant. My word became optional. And while your affection drifted, your assignment was neglected. What I entrusted to you was meant to reveal me. It was meant to be a refuge for the weary, a light in the darkness, a place where truth would be proclaimed, a place where my people would grow, a place where the lost would find their way home. But while you slept, other voices began to speak. Greed entered. The love of money entered. Pride entered. The desire for recognition entered. False gospels entered. Teachings that pleased men but no longer transformed them entered. And what you saw moving through the halls were the fruits of a house no longer guarded. They grew where devotion faded. They prospered where truth was neglected. They multiplied where my voice was ignored. And the throne you saw, I never placed it there. It was built slowly. Every time something was loved more than me. Every time truth was exchanged for popularity. Every time discipleship was exchanged for performance. Every time surrender was exchanged for ambition. The throne grew until what should have remained at the center was pushed aside, and what should never have ruled began to reign. But beloved, there is something else you must see. Beloved, do you remember this place? Look carefully. This is where your freedom began. This is where your chains were broken. This is where mercy found you. This is where grace embraced you. This is where you first heard my voice. This is where you first knew my love. Before the applause, before the distractions, before the ambition, before the drift. The answer was here. It has always been here, not in the throne, not in the crowds, not in the praise of men, not in what the world could offer. Here, at the cross, this is where the weary find rest. This is where the broken are restored. This is where the lost find their way home. This is where dead things live again. And even when you wandered, I did not abandon you. Even when you forgot me, I remembered you. Even when other voices became louder, I continued to call your name. Beloved, I have waited for this moment. Come home. Come back to your first love. Come back to the place where it began. Come home.
I saw your footprints in forgotten homes. Dust on the windows, shadows on the walls. The songs we sang grew quiet in the night, yet I never lost sight. You wandered far beyond the garden gate, chasing echoes that could never satisfy. But through every road and every lonely mile, I called your name all the while. Can you hear me now? Through the silence somehow. Come home, my beloved. Come home to my heart. The road may be long, but we've never been apart. When the lights grew dim, I still knew where you were. Come home, my beloved. Come home. Do you remember when my voice was enough? When truth was treasure and my love was enough? Before the noise, before the endless race, you would seek my face. The throne you built could never take my place. The world could never fill that empty space. And though you drifted further than you knew, my mercy followed you. Can you hear me now? Through the silence somehow. Come home, my beloved. Come home to my heart. The road may be long, but we've never been apart. When the lights grew dim, I still knew where you were. Come home, my beloved. Come home. At the cross I waited, at the cross I stayed. Every tear you cried, every prayer you prayed. I was never distant, I was never gone. Through the darkest night, I was holding on. Come home, my beloved. Come home once again. Lay down every burden, lay down chain. The dawn is breaking.